Today, we're putting every single Kobe model in a tier list. Let's get it! As you can see on the screen, we got every single Kobe that has ever released, to my knowledge. We got everything from the budget Kobe models from Nike. We got the Adidas Kobe's, which, you know, if you're a youngin', which is most of my audience, you might not know Adidas was a Kobe first. We have the Kobe's 1 through 11, and then we also got the NXT, the NXT 360, the AD. Every single Kobe that's ever released. And today, I'm doing the pleasure of ranking them all and putting them in a tier list. And if you've never seen a tier list video before, let me explain it to you dumbasses. And then let's get to it. So up top, we have the S tier. S tier, superior, the best of the best. Next, we got A, B, C, D. Piece it together. The further you go down, the worse the shoes are. And then in the bottom, we have the F tier, which is just utter dog shit. And in this tier list, I'm gonna do a combo of performance, if I've used the shoe, performance of like the overall consensus on the internet, alongside some looks. And keep in mind throughout this video that this is my opinion, and I'll link the tier list in the description if you guys wanna do it too. Have some fun, maybe send it to my DMs on Instagram. While you're at it, follow me on Instagram. While you're at that, why don't you follow me on TikTok? While you're at it, subscribe and like the video. So up first, we have the Adidas Kobe 1 and 2. The names in here, sometimes I'll have a little bit off. I can't remember what they were named. I think it's like the crazy something. But long story short, the Adidas Kobe 1. These babies in this mustard colorway, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I rock with them or not. I know recently Adidas did like a redo of them. They like rebuilt them, made a modern, new technology and everything, and those look clean. But these, I'll be honest with you, I don't really like them. Off rip, Kobe in the D tier. Up next, we have these like American, I love the colorway by the way. I think the design on these are absolutely atrocious, worse than the ones, but I low-key rock with that colorway. So, man, off rip, I think these, A tier. Absolutely fire colorway, and you know what? I'm a funky guy. So now that we're done with the Adidas section, we're moving on to the budget Nike models, which, you know, if you guys are really here for the good shoes, like the actual Kobe line, just skip forward a little bit. Actually, please don't. I want more monetization money. But here we got the Kobe budget models. The names of them, I have no clue. I forgot them. I made this list a minute ago and I forgot to do this video, so bear with me. But here I want to say these are the Mamba mentalities. They low-key look like a shittier version of the Kobe 8s, like less design put into them. So I'm gonna just toss these like down in the D tier. They're not too special. Next, I want to say these might be the Mamba mentalities or the Kobe Venom. So, again, I have no clue what the names are. If you know them, comment them down below and help me out. But these babies, I think, are just a little bit better. I'll toss in the C tier, just a tiny bit better. Not much though. And then next we have like, I think these are like the, I can't remember the name. But I want to say these last two budget models are the same line, just like 1 and 2. And they look really, really similar. So I think both of them, decent, but again, I don't think I want to put any of these past like B tier, man. The budget models, I think I'm going to have to throw all 3 of those in the C tier. And that's probably no surprise to you all because again, these are the budget models. They didn't put much design into them. They were supposed to be a lot cheaper. So again, they only had so much to do with materials and all that fun stuff. So I'm sure none of y'all expected me to be like, S tier, I love these budget shoes. So that's that. So now we're moving on to the main Kobe line. And up first, we have the Kobe 1. These were actually protroed, I believe, back in like 2018, 19, somewhere around there, before the passing of Kobe, of course, RIP on a real note. But these were the first Kobe's ever released. And then again, like I said, they protroed. A lot of people are a fan of them. I think they look really, really clunky and heavy. I've never used a pair for myself, but they look clunky and heavy. But because the looks are pretty clean, I'm gonna rock out with these babies in the B tier. Really, really fire. Again, they just look a little heavy, so I don't know how performance is, but looks heat. Next, we got the Kobe 2s, which I think are a huge downgrade from the Kobe 1s. If I had to describe them, I would say dog shit. I think these look horrible. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, who the f is designing this? So I'm gonna hate on them some more, throw them in the F tier. Kobe 3s, low-key remind me of some like Curry type beats. With these, especially this colorway, don't know if I'm really a fan of it. I think I'm gonna give it the D. Nothing too special, but the design is just funky. I'm not a fan. Next up, we have the Kobe 4s. Right here, we got the USA colorway, but you know, I'm just gonna judge them the Kobe 4s in general. and these babies are absolute heaters. This section coming up, we're gonna have a lot of S, A, and B tiers because this is where Kobe's really started to go absolutely crazy. And fun fact, I actually have a pair of Kobe 4s, so let me go get them real quick and show them off to y'all. Right here, I have a pair of Kobe 4s in the, I wanna say these are like the Mamba mentality, or what are they called? It's something about Mamba. But yeah, it's the black, the scaling, super, super clean shoe. And I've actually not used these yet because it's like, bro, $400 on my feet. I don't make money like that. I'm like scared to wear them. But yeah, I absolutely love them. These were actually from a Poison deal. So shout out to Poison. Not sponsored right now. Hopefully soon again. But yeah, I absolutely love this. They have some really clean colorways like those I just showed you. The Girl Dad's about to come out. The USA colorway on screen. Overall, the Kobe 4s have some fire colorways. One of my favorite Kobe's of all time. So I'm going to toss these in the A tier. Heater. Next, we have the Kobe 5s. Kobe 5s, man. Probably one of the best hoop shoes to ever release. I've never had a pair. They got some absolute fire colorways like the Bruce Lee's, the reverse Bruce Lee's, and a bunch more that I can't think of on top of the dome. But long story short, again, like the Bruce Lee's is one of the most classic shoes of all time. These are an easy S tier, absolute heaters, and I'm sure you guys agree with me with that point. Next, we have one of the most popular, probably the most popular hoop shoe of all time in the Kobe 6s, especially in that Grinch colorway that I got on screen. I've never owned one personally. Never owned one. Hopefully one day I will. Just crazy, crazy expensive, and like to try and get them when they release, good luck with that. And then if you pay resale, you're like selling a kidney. So me personally, being the cheapo that I am, I'm not getting them. But yeah, I think Kobe 6, I've heard probably one of the best performing hoop shoes of all time. One of the most worn by any NBA player. One of the most worn hoop shoes in the league is what I meant. And performance-wise, they're phenomenal from what I've heard. Looks-wise, they look absolutely insane. They have like that new camo colorway that came out. Sale colorway is supposed to come out soon. Obviously, the Grinches, reverse Grinches, absolutely phenomenal. But if I'm being honest with y'all, I think the Kobe 6 Grinches are overrated. I like them, but like I don't think they're worth that like $1,000 resale price. So out of spite, I'm gonna toss these. Some of y'all might say S tier. I'm gonna go down, pop them in the A tier. Now next, we're moving on to the Kobe 7s. On screen, I have the Supreme one, which I think are the best colorway of the Kobe 7s. Again, these, never owned them. You're gonna see throughout this video that I've really only owned a few Kobe's, and that's pretty much, I think, the Kobe 4. Kobe 4, I gave my brother a pair of Kobe 8s. I have a pair of Kobe 11s. And then some Kobe 5s, which, oh my god, I just went through the 5 and I forgot to mention that I have a pair of Kobe 5s. What am I thinking? Yeah, love these. Again, haven't used them because I'm a cheapo and I might sell them. Or maybe I'll give them away. No. But yeah, now that I got that out of the way, ranting, Kobe 7s, never used these, but they look absolutely fire. Really sleek. Again, I feel like the like 7 through 10 kind of look very similar. So looks-wise, they're going to get a similar rating, and I haven't used any of them aside from the 11s performance-wise, so I don't know what to say. I've heard great things about all of them. So with the 7s, I'm going to toss them in the B tier. I think they look fire. Performance, I've never heard anything crazy special like I have some of these models. So I think B tier is valid. And they have never like pro-troed them recently, so I guess that says something. Next, we got the 8s, and the 8s have been pro-troed a million times recently. They had that like 24 colorway, 24/8, in the purple and the teal, and then the halos came out, and then the Venice Beaches, which I actually got from my brother. Thanks to Poison. Shout out to Poison, man, love them. Again, this is not sponsored. Wish it was though. Kobe 8s, performance-wise, heard great things, especially in the Pro Tros. Super light, drop-in midsole, and looks are absolutely heat, especially that Venice Beach colorway. Hoochie mama. So I think these babies deserve to go up there in the A tier. Next up, we got the Kobe 9s and the 9 highs. I separated them into two different shoes because y'all really want me to say those are the same shoe. They're completely different things, so I treated them as such. Kobe 9s, again, they look very similar to the Kobe 8s, so I'm gonna just toss them in there. And then, in my opinion, the really high ankle support, I think this is when he like tore his Achilles or something like that. So he threw that in his shoe, and he also did it with the 10s if you can look at the screen. And me personally, I'm not a big fan of high tops. I used to think, oh, high tops, better support for your ankles. Perfect. Then I won't roll my ankle. And then it's like your ankles will probably become dependent upon super high top shoes, and I think it's better to just strengthen your ankles. Quick tip from Stash Hooper. Strengthen your ankles. I've done it myself. Who knows, maybe 5 comments and I'll put out a video on how to stop rolling your ankles. I used to roll them all the time. Now, haven't rolled them in months. What can I say? What can I say? But yeah, I think these are a downgrade from the lows. So, me personally, I like lows because they're a little bit lighter. So I'm going to toss these down in the C tier. Next up, we got the Kobe 10s. Almost bought a pair of these, but I didn't. Heard great things performance-wise. A bunch of my friends had Kobe 10s. So I was slightly jealous, but you know what? That's all good. I think looks, again, very similar to the 8s, 9s, nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna toss these probably, I like them just a little bit worse. They're not as sleek and they look a little chunky in the midsole. So I'm gonna toss these in the B tier. Don't hate on me for it. And then next we got the Kobe 10 high. Again, this is when he tore his Achilles. So I think that's why they were tossing in these highs. And these babies, man, I like them even worse than the other highs. They don't look nearly as sleek. And again, that chunky midsole, I'm just not a big fan of. And again, I feel like this would just be so stiff on feet. So I'm gonna actually go all the way down F tier, man. I just don't like them. Now we got the Kobe 11s, which I actually have a pair of. Size too big though, so I never wear them. And these babies are the Kobe 11. I believe these are the, what's it called? Lower Marion, where he went to school. My little brother and I actually got a pair of those a while ago, and we used them before Kobe passed. So we destroyed them before he passed, and resale prices went up and everything. So those are the only Kobe's I really used a ton. Absolutely loved them, have a lot of memories with them. So for that reason, and the sleek looks, I think the Kobe 11s are just absolute heaters. I'm gonna move these babies up to the S tier. And I think they had those colorways, like those custom ones, where when he was retiring around this time, and you could do custom Kobe 11s and stuff through Nike ID. It's just like, that's nostalgia for me, man, because I'm getting to Unk age, man. I'm 22, so I remember that stuff. So I think that's partially biased, but performance was amazing, looks are amazing, the Flyknit, the normal ones, like, I just absolutely loved it. So Kobe 11, S tier deserving. Now next we have the Kobe ADs, which I forgot. These are actually a pair that I owned, destroyed outside before Kobe passed, and I really regret it. Performance on them, really amazing. I felt like there was some slippage, but that was because I probably played on a bunch of like slippery courts when I was younger. Water break, agua break, as my Mexican girlfriend would say. But yeah, slipped out a little bit, but I think that was because of the shitty courts. Other than that, performance was absolutely amazing. Have a lot of memories in these babies. So again, I think I'm gonna go back to back, toss these in the S tier. Again, that might be Unk bias, but you know what? It's my list, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Next, we have the Kobe ADs, but this is like the NXTs maybe? Or the one that didn't have the laces and it was just a strap. And these babies, I'll be honest with you, they don't look bad. I'll be honest with you, they look really sleek, like futuristic type beat. So performance-wise, no clue how they perform. I'm assuming similar to the AD, because I want to say it's like similar technology. So I'm going to just toss these down B tier. Now we're closing in at the end. We have the NXT 360, the ADs, the AD mid, and then the, I can't remember what that one all the way to the left is, that like funky tech one. I can't remember the name. But these babies, they look a little funky in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan. I think I'll toss some D tier. Just, I don't have much to say about them, man. I forgot the name. They look kind of futuristic and crazy. And they're unique, but I don't like that type of unique. And then lastly, we have the AD mid and the NXT 360s. And the NXT 360s almost got a pair when they first released. And I really wish I did, because these, I've heard, are one of the best performing hoop shoes of all time. Like, they low-key look like the GT Cut 1s. I've heard best performing hoop shoes of all time or great performing hoop shoes. The looks are absolutely absurd. They got like that shiny swoosh on them. Materials are super premium. I've only heard insane things about these shoes. And again, the nostalgia factor hitting in my dome. I think I'm gonna have to throw these babies up in the S tier. And then lastly, the Kobe AD mid. I remember these babies, they came out with like a bunch of what I remember from this, they came out with a bunch of the like emotion colorways, which if I can find it, bang. Clean, right? Super clean. Absolutely wish I got a pair of those. Never pulled the trigger. Wish I did. I think the looks on these aren't as good as some of the other ones, and they have those fire colorways, but like other than that, I wasn't too high on them. And to be honest with you, man, again, they're like a mid, they're not a low top, so that brings it down a little bit. So I think I'm gonna drop these babies to finish off the list in the B tier. So that right there, man, is my Kobe list. My Kobe tier list. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Me personally, I think it's pretty valid, but that's just me because it's my list. Sorry. Yeah, let me know how y'all feel about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. What tier list should I do next? Adios.